Casey the Connect, a.k.a. Kalia Clark. Belmonte Monday starts now. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're tuned into the Who's Styling Who show. Let me sit up straight. They tried to sabotage my crown. See this? Remember last week I was giving everybody a piece of the crown? That stops. Fresh off the plane from Super Bowl weekend and the trade show Magic Project and Sourcing. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're tuned in to find out what I was doing. Oh, yeah, and it was Fashion Week. I forgot about that because I wasn't in New York City for my first ever not being in Fashion Week. Yes, that deserves a round of applause. It deserves a wonk wonk, because that's sad. Kalia Clark, the product placement queen, not in New York City for Fashion Week. But I can explain why. Because the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Yay, I know. And all those that call me a bandwagon because I really am a Giants fan, remember that my name is Kalia Clark, so I am allowed to like the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm allowed to like the Kansas City Royals, anything with KC. But let's get back to Kansas City. Yes, let's give a big shout out. So tonight we dedicate the show to the Super Bowl winners, the underdog, may I say. Shout out to Mr. Patrick. You did your thing on one foot. You are forever my idol, and I will salute you. Big shout out to everybody that was in Super Bowl. My girl Liz, met her in Vegas, but in Super Bowl, I had the pleasure of doing Starter TV. So shout out to Carl Brinks and the whole Starter fam. Thank you, Miss Texana Watts, for the opportunity to be with Starter for the weekend. Oh, man, Super Bowl was so lit. I don't even know where to start. What would be the highlight for me? Free Puma sneakers. Big shout out to Puma. When I say they laced me. Shout out to everybody in the whole Puma department. And then I can't forget my girl, Holly, who ran around and made sure to get me all the sizes. Big shout out to her and the whole Puma family. Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph, not only did she sing our national anthem, keyword R, because I can't believe my folks on Twitter, my black Twitter, my black journalism, well, not journalism, my black, what should I call them, correspondents on social media, not knowing that we have our own anthem. Well, it's Black History Month, and let me give you one history lesson. Lift Every Voice is ours, so maybe somebody might want to remake it too, so we could have it in a trap version, drill version. And Lift Every Voice. But it was also Fashion Week, and I have so many dope people that were a part of Fashion Week this year. So I have Dustin Boy in the building.
Yo.
We have a story about him, which is how I met him. Big shout out to my guy, the fashion guy, Chris Khalid.
Shout out to Chris.
Thank you for this connection. He just said I had to meet him. And when I did meet him, I must say it was an instant connection, and we had the time of our lives. And what I love the most about him is he is a man of his word. He said he was coming after his Fashion Week debut, and he came, so I'm really excited. And after he speaks, up next, I have the one and only Mr. Brandon. Did I say it right? Brandon Jerrod. But I'm going to let him introduce himself. But I have a jam pack, and he brought a guest. I thought it was Bruno Mars at first, but it is not. He's actually cuter. Loving his whole style. I think he goes by the name of Noel, correct? Yeah, so we have a jam-packed show on the Who's Styling Who show. Super Bowl, man. If you are just tuning into the Who's Styling Who show and you see why I have so many things on my table, it looks like a normal Who's Styling Who Monday. But no, I actually was laced with all this wonderful things from Super Bowl. Big shout out to Justin Bieber. He has a brand. It's called Drew. So they laced me with some cool stuff. And then I have the official Super Bowl merch. This was from CAA. So you know I'm going to be raffling this off to my new 100th follower. So if you are following the Who Styling Who show, this would be a great time if you want to give, because you know I'm Oprah. Everybody gets a Super Bowl gift. But what I love the most is that if you saw me in Super Bowl, I was giving out these jackets. Tell me a stylist who walks up to you and gives you this.
Okay.
Yes. So all the guys that are sending me DMs, gotta come better, baby. I need gray sweatpant pics. If you want this, come correct. Yeah. Okay? Wow. Just don't be, I want it. No, honey. And yes, I'm fasting, men. I don't know for how long, but I am fasting, you guys. I am tired. I am worn out. I am stressed. I can't take it anymore. So I'm going to have to get a tote and carry bag so you guys can be gone. Big shout out to Tote and Carry. I met them in Project. And if you don't know about Tote and Carry, they are a bag company that is all over Instagram, all over everywhere. Everybody's wearing Tote and Carry. They come with a tote that you could carry along with some dope luggage. So big shout out to Tote and Carry, and I cannot wait for them to send me my luggage. Ha 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 ha. Big shout out to Stitch. Now, this right here, what does it say? What does it look like? It is a case and it has a bull on it. So big shout out to the makers behind this. Charlotte's Web. I love them. I met them at CA. And you know, the best way to Kalia's heart is to give me gifts. And then we have Miss Kendra Scott, an amazing jewelry company brand. She was giving out chains. I got a custom chain with KC on it. And then, of course, thank me later, Mr. Meth. I know you don't wear jewelry, but I think you like this. Dog tags to Cal. So I'll be sending that over. And I want to thank my sponsors. I worked with Rough Civilian with Starter, so I want to thank them. But I want to thank Solid Members Only for the product and Artwell. So they were the sponsors, the official sponsors for my Who Styling Who. Oh, sorry, Jill Scott. For my official Who Styling Who Super Bowl weekend. So big shout out to Artwell, Solid Members Only, Starter. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're tuned into the Who Styling Who show. Next week, I will be showing all my gifts that I got from Project. I thought I bought more of them, but I'm looking on my table and I don't see too many. So next week, we will dedicate all Project magic and sourcing all the things that I learned from the magic show. Let's get it right into it. Dustin, welcome.
What's going on?
I'm so happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
You look great.
Thanks.
I know this is not your normal ensemble because if you follow him on Instagram, what is your social media?
That Dustin boy.
Follow That Dustin boy and see the looks that he's serving fresh off of Fashion Week. He was the stylist behind the Confessional Showroom. Am I saying it correctly?
Yes, you are.
The Confessional Showroom fashion show.
Cosmic Dream.
Cosmic Dreams. That was a really big show.
It was.
It was a really, really big show. Where did you guys do the show?
At Nebula.
Nice. Big shout out to my guy, Chris, fashion guy. Nebula is a really good place if you're looking for a place to have a good time, to do any type of events. But the way you guys turned it was different. I was like, that can't be the same place that I was. What was the whole, I'll say, inspiration behind this year's show?
Honestly, I was just brought in like, hey, we have this dope idea and we think you would probably be able to execute it. So when they told me what the space was, mind you, I had just saw it on TV on the
News One?
No, what is it called? The Bling Show.
Oh,
I forget, Bling Empire.
Bling Empire.
And I was like, word, I'm on it. And went in there when we got to see it and walk around. I'm like, yeah, we about to turn it.
The looks for the show were phenomenal. Shout out to all the models that walked.
Yes.
Was this your first Fashion Week styling show?
Styling, like head stylist, yes. Behind the scenes, no.
Oh, okay. How is it to be a head stylist in a fashion show?
Man, it's fun. It's hectic. Very much well worth it.
And the reason,
but it's hard.
It's hard. And the reason why I say that is because here the show is called Who's Styling Who. So we like, there'll be people watching who are up and coming stylists, designers, and we get the inside look because we are from New York here, and New York is the mecca of fashion, one of the meccas of fashion, and I feel like have the cheat code here sometimes because we're in this beautiful city and we just get to live out our dreams. So being that it was Fashion Week and you said you were the head stylist, did you exceed your expectations for your show?
I believe so. I mean, it turned out better than I didn't know exactly what to think at first, but once it came together at first, because we did the film first, and then seeing the behind the scenes from that, I was like, okay. Then when it was time to do the show and it actually happened, and
it was amazing. It looked really,
literally
really, really
a cosmic
good.
dream come true.
It looked cosmic, and you guys did it on Valentine's Day, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Whose idea was it for the red roses to give out? Did you give them out to the people in the audience, or they just walked out?
They gave them out to the people in the audience.
Oh,
that was actually the producer that produced the show.
Shout out to him or her, whoever did that. Him. Again, to the models. Were there how many designers, if you know off the top of your head, did you feature?
I should just say their names, honestly, but Halea.
God, give him. This is the time.
Nazarene. There was a bag brand, a shoe brand.
And what was that bag brand was that the same brand that you showed me that you had that cute bag?
The little fur one? Oh my gosh. I'm going to mess her name up. It's like Abu.
Nice. Well, I need one right here.
Yeah, it was.
Tutu. Today.
Yeah, it was about, I'd say 8 brands.
That
8
was
or 9
cool.
brands, yeah.
And all those brands are featured in the confessional showroom.
You can pull and purchase.
That's a lie. You cannot just pull. Make sure when you pull, you have the right letter. It's for the right celebrity or editorial, because you will get a no. No shade. I'm just trying to I don't want to get your hopes up high, and then you just go and you think, okay, I'm going to go pull from the confessional. And my confession to you, they will say no if it is not in their aesthetic. And that's okay. I just have to keep it real, because that's something that stylists don't really understand. There's showrooms, and the key is to be able to pull from a showroom. So if you are accepted in any of the showrooms, any of the houses to pull, that is a blessing, because being a stylist sometimes, no budget, and just the artist wants something and it don't fit their budget, and you have a showroom contact. That showroom contact could save your life. So shout out to all the showrooms of the world, and especially the ones that let me pull.
Me too.
So, you're not from New York City, correct?
No, I am not.
How do you like being here in New York City?
For this to be my 6th year, I'm still in love.
Oh, wow. 6 years. I come from New Jersey, but, New Jersey and New York is two different, it's 2 different states, of course, but I live so close to New York that I always felt like New York was this untapped market, and it was when I get over there, I'm going to change the world. 20 years later, Gotham City is still what it is, and we love it. That's why I always like to ask people who are new to the city, when did you fall in love with New York City?
Honestly, when I came to visit for New Year's, coming into 2017.
Okay. And where are you hailing from?
Ohio.
Oh, look at that. We got the Isn't Bauer from Ohio?
Yeah, Columbus.
Shout out to everybody from Columbus, Ohio. So what's the difference of Ohio and New York?
Ohio was very slow.
Okay. You always knew you were going to leave Ohio?
Oh, definitely. Oh. It was a no-brainer. I had to.
You left Tasha behind.
I left a lot of people behind.
Shout out to Tasha. She was on the live earlier. So
I did make it home to go to her wedding. So.
Oh! I need to meet Tasha, because she has a husband, and we all know, even though I'm fasting men, you hug a woman that has a husband, the chances of you getting a husband is still 0 to none. But if you believe and believe and believe and manifest, you shall have one too. That's what I heard.
Say that.
So now that you're in New York City, you're a head stylist, you've said you worked other shows. What are some of the other shows you worked in your time being here in New York City?
The very first show I worked was behind the scenes for Laurel DeWitt.
Shout out to Laura DeWitt. I know her as Laurel Lux. She was actually, I was the first person she ever worked with when she launched her jewelry. She actually found me. So big shout out to Laura DeWitt, AKA Laura Lux. I told her in 1 year when I met her, she would be bigger in life. Probably, I think, what are you, in your 10th year now, Laura? You are larger than life. All the girls love Laura Lux. A big shout out to Laura Lux. And the company man, her fiance.
He proposed to her that show.
That was the show?
Yes.
That's dope.
That was sick.
And shout out to my guy, Sir, one of her assistants.
Love him.
Yeah, so big shout out to everybody. See, it's the fashion world.
Yeah.
If you're in it, you're in it, and you know the people in it. Any more people have you worked with?
More so, I went straight into editorial. So after that, my first editorial was with Lindsay Adler.
Oh, wow. Shout out to Lindsay. Now, if you don't know who Miss Adler is, Google is your friend.
Okay.
How is it being an editorial stylist versus just a stylist in general? Because there are different levels to this.
Definitely different levels. I feel like editorial, you have to show the shape of the clothes and what the garment really is, like how it's supposed to look versus it just being on the street. And then, like, even for the show, when I went into it, I wanted everything to look like it was going to be editorial-esque. So that's my favorite genre of styling is editorial. So
who are some of your favorite designers?
Alexander McQueen is my very first. That was my man. I wrote a dope paper on him in college. I definitely love Louis Vuitton.
Oh, speaking
Chanel.
of Mr. Louis Vuitton, big shout out to Pharrell, the new creative director at Louis Vuitton.
Is he doing women's? I feel like he's women's because Kid Super is men's.
Okay, you heard it here. Who's styling who? But big shout out to Pharrell. We got you up in there.
Yes.
I wonder if his wife's going to be like co-creator because them two together in fashion, honey.
It's possible because he always had a dope sense of style.
Super dope. Speaking on sense of style, I know you were talking about all the other designers go, and then I have to ask you an important question about fashion.
Who else? Carolina Herrera.
That's iconic.
YSL, of course.
What about Balenciaga?
I love it, but it's not like a big fave. I think that they play around a little, but it's.
So you didn't burn your Balenciaga?
I honestly don't own anything Balenciaga.
Ooh.
Gucci is and
Gooch,
Dior.
Gooch. Big shout out to Dapper Dan, one of our faves. We are still in Black History Month. We saluted him last week, but I am saluting April Walker this week. It is 50 years of hip hop. There's a fashion show at Video Music Box February 24th, and I was invited. Thank you, Miss Walker. Big shout out to Melissa Knowles. I heard you're working it. Shout out to one of my models that are going to be, he's not one of my models, but he's a model that I know. Mr. Mess. I'm like, my model. That's the Taurus in me. I'm sorry. I'm working on that. So shout out to everybody, Mr. Ralph McDaniels, everyone that will be doing the 50 years of hip hop. My girl, J Boogie Love, saw you out in Vegas. She's doing the 50 years of hip hop. There's a photography. Yep, we don't know English today. I don't know what's going on with our grammar. There it goes. I'm just my trusty guy, mathematics, my Norman. That's what I call my normie. He hates me if I would say that. So, thank you for that. But fashion, we are in a weird place right now. Yeah. Did you see those red boots?
I don't care for them. Did you see the ones that was Nike with the some? They did some like teal and blue Nike.
Did you see the Timberland ones? Was the Timberland?
The Timberland was kind of that was kind of cute.
Oh, they just joined in a thing. The red one.
The red of they did red and black, but man, they're gonna be something.
This is my thing. Don't ask me. No one who who I style, do not ask me to get the red boots.
Yeah,
I
'cause
won't do it. And the reason why I won't do it is because it's a trend that I'm sorry, this is for Jill Scott. It is a trend that I don't want to be a part of. And let me tell you why.
Okay.
I don't want to be walking down the street with no dude who can't walk, because the boots, you cannot walk with the boots. I seen them live and in person. I touched them. I didn't even put them on my social media, no cap. I just had to see them. I just wanted to see if they were real. I wanted to see if this was just something on social media. It's a real boot. It's $325. It's not even about the price. I'm just like,
it looked like anime.
it looked like somebody, I feel like the CIA came and dropped off these boots. Like, what is in these boots and why do we all want them?
And why are they getting stuck on people's feet?
And who would want, like, it, like, no one, it's like the boot as a woman. You know how some girls have a woman, a beautiful woman in here. Actually, I might use her for this reference. There's high boots. And when you wear high boots, we have calves. Okay, let me show you, because I can't show her on the camera, but make sure you tune into the Who Style and Who show. You see the boots? Groove is in the house. Yeah, we live for her. Anyway, so like I was saying, there's certain boots that when you have, like, if you have a big calf, you can't, there's a whole thing. You got to oil the back of your calf and, like, pull. Right. That's what that boot does. That boot's, like,
especially if it has no zipper.
Right. So how do you get out? And then shout out to Fabio Foreign. That wasn't cute, Fabio. I live for you, but that was not cute. You on, like, pulling your feet. No. And then we have Snoop Doggy Dogg. I love you, Snoop. No shade, but how much did you get for this Skechers deal? Because there's no way under the sun you're gonna tell me you're co-signing Skechers. I just make it make sense. And Mav, this is what
Definitely
I need you, so I could be like the dun dun dun. So I want to know. This is the question for tonight. If you want to win some Super Bowl merch, do we think that Snoop really, really, really is telling us that Skechers are fire and a Crip? You're telling me that Crips are going to be wearing Skechers now? Let me know. Like, comment, share. Snoop, I'm adding you, and I would like you to comment because I want to know. Skechers are hot? Cool. I'm with it, because guess what? I never stopped wearing Skechers, because if you wore the Balenciaga sneakers, then you were wearing a Skechers sneaker, because that's where they got that whole bottom shoe. Thank you. Who's styling who? That's a fashion fact. And if I'm wrong, I'll take it. But Skechers was one of the few sneaker that had the big wedge bottom outside.
That, like, creeper sole.
A creeper sole. Then all of a sudden, Balenciaga, that was it. The Dior's, okay, cute. But now Snoop said Skechers are in. And I don't know. I just want to know, was it a $7 million check?
It definitely was.
10?
It was definitely a couple mil.
4? 2? Who's wearing Skechers? Like, comment, share. The first person that is a Crip who bought Skechers, tag me, you in a hat. Until then, I don't believe it.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm just keeping
Oh
it.
my God.
I'm keeping it on. And if I don't come back next week, you know what happened. Okay? But I want to put it out there. I just want to know. Make me make sense, Snoop. If you say it, if the OG says Skechers is it, then we're wearing Skechers. Your thoughts? Okay.
Skechers have been a no-no.
Brand. That's the question of the night. Everyone's thoughts on Skechers. You saw Snoop with the Skechers, Mav? No, you didn't see it. Wow.
Those are like work shoes, or we would get wreck on people in high school. Like,
right.
You got those Skechers.
What brand that made a comeback that you wanted to stay where it was? I could tell you what I don't ever want to come back. Them Chinese slippers.
Oh, from the hair store?
Yeah, like, let's leave them. But I wouldn't mind seeing them as a flip flop. See, we never got that.
Yeah.
We never got creative, but the closed toe, that did something to my foot. So I want to make sure we don't.
What brands have really came back though?
A lot. We got FUBU came back. Congratulations to FUBU.
I didn't care for the baby fat at forever. I thought
they came back. Juicy came back. Juicy Couture came back. There's another brand that I was like, oh my God, we have to talk about this. It's in my notes. I'll be back, guys. Don't. There was something big. We talked about Pharrell being creative director, the red boots. There's something else trending. Oh, Chris Brown, because I stand for you. We were fighting for you until the girl came and
the
said,
VIP stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know, because then right after that, you posted a picture like with the one black girl in your section, and I'm mixed, so I'm with it. But this is the second time they brought that up about you, and I'm a tourist, so I'm always gonna be with you. And then that girl from 3LW, he said the non-famous one, Keely, that all of them seem to still not be your friend. Keely, what is going on? Why did you come for Chris Brown? And then you come out with that dance sequence. Terrible. You should have just left that alone. You can't listen. Okay, guys, I want to tell you stuff about viral momentos. You shouldn't talk about someone unless you are tier 1. I'm talking about everything to the T. That way, they have nothing to kind of go back at you. You came to read Chris Brown, and then he annihilated you. Like that.
She annihilated herself first.
Yeah, she was like, and then shout out to Carlos King, who didn't believe in me. I'm like, no. We're talking about the fact that you came for Chris Brown, and then you did that whole dance. No, we're gonna leave it. Rest in peace to her, 3LW, Keely. That was not nice. So. Fire your stylist moment. That goes to you. I don't know what that look was.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That was not good. And we're gonna leave that there. Is there anything? I know you want it to be positive. I take everything. He is not held liable for anything negative that I have brought up. I, Kalia Clark, solely take full responsibility. These are all trending topics that have been all over my Instagram. So I just want to talk about it. Happy birthday, Rihanna.
Happy birthday, Riri.
She is now on her second baby. And Rihanna, you know I never body shame anybody, but I knew immediately when you came.
Me too.
I was like, and I immediately knew that you were the egg and the dancers were the sperm. And I'm mad at myself that I didn't tweet it, because I don't tweet, but because you're not really thinking and you're like into the whole Super Bowl performance, that I'm like, I don't want to body shame, but you definitely look pregnant, and I was correct. Big shout out to my girl Sandrine too. She called me, she's like, I'm French. And we're very straightforward. I said, don't worry. It's confirmation. The rep said it. So, yeah. And to all those that read Rihanna, she's no Beyonce. So she was never a dancer anyway. So you can never expect her to be this dancer. You know what I mean? She came out. She gave a free concert. She's a billionaire. She didn't even have to do that. She made it a Fenty Momante. Shout out to Fenty. Although I need that Super Bowl t-shirt that they had that they were giving out. Mr. E. Styles had on one. To me, the Super Bowl performance, she was pregnant. So, and some people, when they're pregnant, they don't give a lot of stuff. Like, because they're pregnant, they're watching, the baby, and too much movement is not good. Yeah. So we're going to just leave it like that. And again, she was never really a dancer.
She did well.
She did well. Shout out to Andre Lee Talley. I lived for, who's styling, who was all about fashion. You looked great.
Yeah, it was a moment.
It was a momante. That red, that coat served. The dancers. Can we just give it up for the dancers? Shout out to all the dancers of the world. Dancers are very important and can carry a show. I think the Super Bowl performance, we need to give a huge shout out to the dancers, because they came to work. And that deaf girl who was signing, you made me want to go and learn a couple of sign languages. I was like, she had me really into it. Don't remember your name, but you went viral.
She had the attitude.
She was really, really good. I was concerned that you didn't bring anybody out. Like, there was no other performances except for Rihanna. But okay, we're just going to leave it alone, because I don't want to get bashed, and I want my following to stay it is. I love you, Rihanna. You are life. Happy birthday. Who's styling who is not criticizing anything about your performance. I'm just giving my opinion. And the world, opinions, we're still allowed to have them. Okay, guys? So before you guys crucify me, the Keke Palmer fans are probably Rihanna fans, and they're brutal. So, yeah. Big shout out to everybody that's having babies. Good for y'all. That's not in my life right now, but I think that's really good for you. And those that are out for Carnival, Trinidad is so lit right now. Nicki Minaj. This is the life I want to live, honey.
Listen.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're tuned into the Who Stylin' Who show. So what are your takes, though, for Fashion Week? Because mine, personally, I wasn't impressed. And I'm just talking about for the overall of Fashion Week. I feel like Fashion Week has lost its je ne sais quoi. And the reason why I say that is because there was nothing like Fashion Week in the tents. Now I feel like it's Fashion Week Manhattan, Fashion Week Brooklyn. Go take the train to Harlem, come back down, miss the store. And I know that this will never happen, that fashion shows actually be on time. But there's too many. And it's just like, we can't. And it's just too much. Shout out to the Blondes. Shout out to my girl, Nadine. Yes. She was front row at the Blondes. So I was front row at the Blondes. Great show. That's like the go-to show. Everybody wants to be a Blonde and to get into the Blondes. So big shout out to them. They look like they really did what they do for Fashion Week and serve.
Shout out to Mario. He was really working. He styled on that show.
Who was his name?
Mario.
Mario. Shout out to Mario.
The
we love
director
you.
From the Confessional Showroom. Yeah.
Look at you people out here doing your thing. So shout out to anybody who's doing your thing. Please email Who Stylin' Who. That's WHOSSTW. Ooh, that's not how I spell my name. WHOSSTYLING. WHO. Who Styling Who at gmail.com. Please send me like what you guys are doing so I could talk about it. This is all a fashion show for fashion, music, and art. So I want to give all the creatives of the world a big shout out. This is what Who Styling Who is. You can find me here every Monday, and on Tuesday I get featured on S.STREET Media. So thank you guys. Tune in, comment, like, share. If you could style anybody in the world, get your hands on them, who would it be?
Rihanna.
Riri.
So bad.
Yes.
So bad.
I would love to style Rihanna too. Oh, I do have a Rihanna product placement hit. So in honor of Rihanna and your birthday, big shout out to my guy, Chocolate Jerrod, that put me in that position. Famous Nobody. I gave her a shirt. I was like, this shirt is for you, Rihanna. It's the Rihanna Famous Nobody shirt. It said shoe fetish, and she lived for it. Okay. So thank you. That was many, many moons ago, but I still remember it like it was yesterday on the Drake set. What's my name? Happy birthday, Rihanna. And what would be the look on the top of your head that you would give Rihanna? Would you go editorial full?
I would want to go editorial on her. Bad, big time.
Big time.
Big shoes.
Big. How'd you like her Vogue cover?
It's sitting on my living room. It's on my dining room.
I
table.
love. A lot of people were saying that. That
sits there, lives there.
A lot of people said that ASAP should have been leading her. I don't think so. I think it was cute the way it was. I loved how she said, "Come here, baby.
Yeah.
I'm about to change your life." And even though ASAP is known in the fashion world, honey, you had a baby with Rihanna, and you are baby number 2. Stay strong. That was smart. 1 had you, but 2
locked in,
loaded. And I hope you have a girl.
I hope so too.
And then that's it. And then you give us an album, Ree. I feel it.
I'm waiting.
I heard she's going on tour.
That's why we got the concert.
Yeah, she's like,
because she pregnant.
There was 3 songs that you didn't do. One was my favorite. She didn't do Rude Boy, right? I think she did pick it up. I think she did. There's 3 Rihanna songs that I think she didn't do that I will talk about next week because I forgot. I thought I wrote them down, but I didn't. Was there anything about the performance that you wish she did? No, you love it.
I loved it. I mean, for her to be pregnant, she
killed it. Yeah, right?
She did what she could do. I love the whole coming down thing on that little topsy-turvy thing. I was like, okay, don't fall, but this is cute. Like
that was cute, right? Yeah. We love Rihanna here in the Who Stylin' Who show. Love you, Riri. Is there anything I didn't talk about that you want to talk about just being a stylist? Any words of encouragement, things you want to say?
I mean, I would always tell anyone that's listening, follow your heart, follow your dreams.
Do you think that styling is the GOAT? Like when people are like, I want to be a stylist, do you encourage people to be a stylist, or you do?
Oh yes,
you do.
And I will take anyone under my wing if they would like to be on set and like watch and learn. And yeah, I'm with it.
This guy, follow him, man. Because see,
we supposed to embrace each other.
I know. I did. I used to do that 20 years ago, but I'm fasting men, so guess where I'm at right now.
I'm worn down, tired. I'm walking with a cane. No, I'm just joking. I love styling. But one thing I think I love the most about styling is creating. Yeah. I think we have a narrative. We can control the narrative, and that's why shout out to all the brands. I love you guys. Yes. Keep sending in those products, emerging brands. Find me. I need some dope stuff. Oh, big shout out to 10 Tick. I saw that new video with Sparaga Benz, and they did the Shotters theme. He's wearing some of the denim that I gave him, so I'm excited about that. I know. Shameless plug. Big shout out to Mark Kwan from The Godfather of Harlem. I got to speak to him, got some inside scoop. Of course, I can't tell you about it, but it was cool to know that my friend, the executive producer, shouted me out, so I wanted to shout him out. Again, it's Black History Month. Let's give every Black creative their shine, their flowers. If you know somebody that's doing something, tag them, shout them out, go under their comment, give them likes. Tonight, I want to shout out everybody. I want to shout out S.STREET Media, the media company. It's Black History Month. It's ran by one person, well, two, probably three, but I know the one that's sitting right here next to me. So big shout out to the whole S.STREET Media team. Mathematics, we salute you on this Black History Month. The visionary behind S.STREET Media and all the shows that show here. S.STREET Media, we are not a podcast station. We are a media company, and what we do here is promote. So follow, like, comment, share. S.STREET Media, we are the evolution of media. I want to thank you, Dustin, for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful to have met you.
I know. I think that we need to stay connected. I love what you're doing. Congratulations on your show. Your show was phenomenal.
Thank you.
The looks were amazing.
It was an experience.
It was. And what I learned from you just by watching the show is that because I've done Fashion Week shows, it's one thing to be a stylist and, like you said, to be a head stylist. But all that pressure on you, you really turned it. You didn't see you sweat.
Shout out to the Confessional Showroom. They really held me up.
They did. And and the pieces were phenomenal. And I loved a lot of the pieces. Like whatever brands that are showing, shout out to all the designers there. Yes. You guys really
showed up and showed out.
They
for real.
Really did. Is there any shout outs you would like to give? Too many. There's the purse. Show it.
Oh, St. Perry. This is. I'm going to pick it up.
Do that. They can see it right there. There's your camera. Right here. That's it.
Jacket.
I thought he was going to bring me one, but I'll put it on my wish list.
No, I can reach out to him for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, shout out to the Confessional Showroom. Shout out to my assistant that helped me on the actual film, Kyrie Beckford. Shout out to my family for pulling up. Jesus.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Thank you for everybody that's tuned in. House of Humble.
Damn, I wasn't supposed to get like that. Shit. Gavin's. But I'm very proud of myself, and
you should.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something. I've been in this game for 20 years.
Woo.
And shout out to my last rant. That was dope. My last rant was about this industry and how I'm taken for granted. And as I had the rant, then I'm like, dag, why did I do that? But it needs to be told sometimes. As a woman in this industry, I always say this, they only see us one place, and that's on our knees. So when you actually are smart and can really like produce and do things, it kind of throws them off, I think. So as a woman in this industry, stand tall for all of us women. It's hard being in this industry. It's hard to be respected. It's hard to even be taken seriously. So shout out to all the women, boss women, because sometimes we don't get our credit. And today I want to salute all of us. There's a lot of us that work very hard, all race. This is not even a race thing. This is all races. Women, we are out here doing our thing, and I salute all of us. Never give up. No matter how hard it is, do not give up. No matter what they say, no, whatever door closes, 10 more will open. Team, to me, is tell everyone about me. If you have a team, tell them how important they are to you. Shout them out, at them. Tell somebody. If people always be like, oh my God, you're always with the who styling who tag. Guess what? If a person, if you don't pay me, but you tag who styling who, they could look up that tag and find me. You have bought business to me. So when a person asks you to tag them, if a person gives you a free shirt, free anything, it's for promotional use. Promotion means help me, I help you. Yeah. So let's really, guys, we are our biggest worst enemies. And I think that if we really, really stick more together, we can conquer the world. Drop the mic. Who's styling who? Dustin, you are inspirational. I see what you're doing. I wish you much success. Anytime you want to bring any brands, bring yourself back. Oh, yeah. Talk about anything. Is there anything I didn't talk about that you want to talk about?
Just a little more shout outs.
More
shout out to the Purefoy family. Shout out to Middletown, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, my best friend Heather. That's the Bonnie to my Clyde, Joe.
We love you, Heather. You made him. You bought a tear. I want to know you, Heather. Come out. Let me show him. Shout out.
My family is a big part of like everything. They push me to do it.
Would you say your whole family or just me?
Whole family.
So that's moms, everyone?
Mom, grandmother, grandfather, aunts, uncles,
now
brothers,
he's gonna
sisters,
make
cousins.
me cry.
I love y'all, man.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to his family, man. That you know what? Honestly, and not to be cliche, but a lot of people don't have family. So we are losing people daily.
My mother got on a plane for the first time for me.
For your show?
Yes.
Mama, because she wasn't going to miss that. Why can I see your mom at the show? Like, that's my baby. Yes.
I'm pretty sure she did that.
Let's give a shout out to your mom and shout out whatever airline got her to and from safely.
Delta.
Oh, yeah. I'm Spirit. You know I rock with y'all. But what y'all did to me this week was not it. And United for losing my mother's air luggage. But you got it back. All right. So now we had a tearful moment.
Yeah.
Is Mama on there?
Other family members did. I'm pretty sure she.
Did you said hi to every single person? Because this is when they get to watch it. And this is
they watching it. I said what's up. I mean, I can't say everybody word for word, but like I ain't gonna.
So say here's one more shout out because they get to watch it right now. Who else? The whole family. Give us the last name so we can look them up.
I mean, like Bay Howard, Miss Shay Howard, Heather Conrad, any of the Purefoys, the Bearfields, the Dillinghams. Like, my family is so big. Like, oh, man.
Well, we love
and they rooting for me, like, hard.
I thank you. Who's styling who? Math. We're doing the switch up. Where you at? We have Brandon Jerrod coming up next with Mr. Noel. That's gonna be you got your music ready and loaded and locked. We got Lancasters. You got he got
y'all should
music.
see his outfit. He's so fly right now. They both so well. All three of them are really fly.
They are. Math. Who's styling who? Well, before we go, we're gonna actually introduce him. He could come in, and now we're just gonna wait for them to put your mic up. In the midst of the time, I want to give a shout out to everyone that's tuned into the Who Stylin' Who show. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're tuned in to me. Thank you. Every Monday, 8 to 10, Who Stylin' Who. We have Brandon Jerrod coming up next. So we need a new mic for him. And do we need a mic for Noel? Is he going to talk? Or are you going to introduce him? Leave two. Okay, so he gets his own introduction after. We're going to introduce him. Oh, we want to say bye to Mr. Dustin. Thank you. I actually need a picture with you before you leave. So can you give me like 10 minutes?
Oh, I'm hang out.
Oh, you hang out?
Yeah,
that's cool.
For sure.
That's a stone up.
Yeah, support.
So we're going to switch up
Make
real
sure
quick.
y'all follow me at that Dustin Boy on Instagram.
That Dustin Boy, Who's Styling Who. You want to spell that? Because you know people don't.
ThatDustinBoy.
Ooh, drop the mic. He'll be here still.
Because I gotta.
He got to. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are
Beautiful,
welcome.
lovely black queen.
Thank you. This is not your first podcast interview, is it?
No, actually, the other podcast that I did before in Ohio, the Cookout, They watching too.
Shout out to the cookout.
Yeah, shout out to the cookout.
I'll take second behind the cookout. Send me a plate.
Oh, literally.
Brandon Jerrod is up next. Let's go.
Thanks, Shaw. Thanks.
Who's styling who? It is Fashion Week. It is Super Bowl. It is so much going on. I love to see this. And I love to see people connecting. Now we have him straight off the runway doing twirl after twirl after twirl after twirl. And I love it because he has on a silver coat. I have a silver coat somewhere back here.
Listen, silver is in, you know.
Silver is in and corduroy.
Okay, you always fly.
Thank you. What? We're here? Yep. Okay, who's styling who? Wow, Bronzon, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me again.
He is no stranger to the Who Stylin' Who show. He is actually been on the Who Stylin' Who show quite a few times. Shout out to Prince Riley for bringing me this gem. You are an artist and a good artist at that.
Thank you, my love. Thank you.
You have a single out?
Yes. I have a runway single out. It's called Supermodel Stomp. You know, it's for all my models out here. You know, hitting the runway. It's perfect for the season.
We're definitely gonna play it on. You have to download. It's called what? Radiocaster. You said. Roadcaster. I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna get into the. Oh, it's Wi-Fi. We'll do that in a second. We're gonna end the show with your song. I just want to get. I want to get the fans into your live first and really get them. Oh, you need anything? Okay. So fresh off of Fashion Week, how was that for you?
Oh man, Fashion Week was a little bit crazy. It was
Talk to me.
Fashion Week was wild, but I'll say this: I'm always blessed to participate. Mm-hmm. I'll definitely say that. So I never take being a part of Fashion Week for granted.
Fresh off the Daniels Leather fashion show. Now that was a big show. Wendy Williams was there. Fabulous came. Mano was there. Cash Doll. Excuse me. Did you get to see these people backstage?
Yeah, actually, I was actually walking in at the same time Wendy Williams was walking in.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. Now this is my only concern, people. I love you guys, but Wendy, shades are your friend. Like, you need to come outside with shades. I love you. You are my icon. I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if it was not for you. You, Angie, all of you guys, when it comes to media, you guys are my go-to as the OGs. Dope that you came to support. Shout out to Callie and Shy Manager. Yep. Daniel, you always,
Amani,
put on a great
I'm
show.
Next Modeling.
I am Next Modeling. Shout out to all the models. Big shout out to D Chambers that was in the building. Fly Tie Bands.
Yes, my boy Fly Tie. He's on right now. What's up, Fly?
What up, Fly?
I see you on, my guy.
Oh, shout out to Paris. Shout out to Dag, why can't I remember her name? She was on. That's her name, Paris. That was on With the Respect. Like, why I know her as. I was gonna say her Instagram name. Dream Wide Awake. So shout out to her. That was dope. Yeah. Her body was. Whoa, I was like, oh, right. I forgot you had a big booty.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodies at that show.
Let me tell you something. Shout out to all the bodies. Y'all all made me do a full set of push-ups. I did some leg raises. And I'm definitely going to Blanca Spa to get my butt cupped in after seeing y'all. Shout out to everybody that walked us in.
Yo, shout out to Mario P. Mario B Productions. That's who I actually walked for. So, Daniel's Leather had a few designers actually showcased.
But you opened up like one of the first, or like you were like.
Oh, well, I walked for Mario B. So that was during the night show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was a thing. It was like a
it was all day.
Shout out to Block University. E Styles styled that. They showed their varsity jackets. He had gave us the exclusive on the Grammy recap. So that was dope. So yeah, everybody that was at the Daniels Leather show, they made history. They definitely had all the stars out there.
Oh yeah.
And they definitely bought the heat. So big shout out to everyone that was at the Daniels Leather showroom at the Daniel Leather show. What up, Solo Charm? I got a lot of my information from Solo Charm. She was posting. It's Pop Smokes anniversary. So we want to give a moment of silence to Pop Smoke. Forever in our prayers. Yeah, so being that you've done Fashion Week for what is this year? 7,450.
It feels like it. I've been doing it for the last maybe 4 or 5 years consistently, and it's been good. It's been a journey. I've learned a lot, and I just wish that I hope that I've inspired other people like me to do it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have. I think being a model, I think you're a very versatile model. I like that.
Thank you.
I think you're gonna give me body. You're gonna serve. You have a fierce walk.
Thank you, sis.
And you're actually a great performer. I don't think people know that. And I know maybe because I know you, so when I see you do certain things or like your reels, I'm always like, he's such a good entertainer.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like I get that, and I watch how you switch on and off, but I really don't ever see you off. Like I see even as a model, you still bring that performance in you, and you never let the garments wear you. You always outwear the
That's
garments.
important. I appreciate that.
Because some of the stuff, I mean, and this is, you can stop me. I know you're very open and with how do you feel, because you've been out and been in this industry for a very long time, that now your style and your whole way of being is trending? Like, do you feel like?
I'm glad. It does feel like the floodgates have opened. I'll say that.
Do you feel like, is it too much? Do you feel like, or do you want it to be celebrated?
I'm a big person that does not believe in too much.
Okay.
Right? What's too much for you is not too much for me, right? Like we all have our thing. I'm really glad that we can be more free in our expression in terms of how we dress. I've seen a huge shift in the way that men dress, obviously. And being, I kind of came in at an interesting point in the fashion world. I really kind of came in right before the pandemic, and then during the pandemic. I think we really saw a shift in what the standard model really looked like. And so, me not being standard, being, not of height, plus whatever reasons. But I was really given a chance by a few really great designers that
What was your first show ever that you did in Fashion Week? Do you remember?
Oh, man, the first show. It likely was Corey Woods. So big shout out to Corey Woods.
Eyewear designer.
Oh yes, the king of shades. I used to go to Corey shows and sit in the audience, and then I ended up sitting in front row. And I just remember one year seeing a guy come down his runway that reminded me of myself. He wasn't tall. He had some little extra in his walk, and I was like, wait a minute, is this happening? Right. And so, I went to another show and saw the same guy again and was like, maybe there's a chance. Kept going to Corey shows, and one day I got promoted from customer to a seat filler to the runway. Yeah.
I remember the first time I met you, and I was like, I met you Rainbow Fashion Week. Do you remember that show you walked?
Rainbow Fashion Week.
Did you do?
Oh my gosh!
That's
Yes,
I remember.
I performed.
Right, that's what I remember you. And
I did Prince.
And I was like, wow, I'm intrigued. Then I just started seeing you. Remember, we would run into places, and I'm just like, wow. Then Prince brought you to me, and then just seeing you throughout the years, I'm just very proud of you.
Thank you.
Especially with your music. I love you as a model, but I love you as an artist as well. And before we leave, we're definitely going to get into the runway, being that it's Fashion Week.
Yes.
Having you and Dustin here tonight, I wanted to celebrate the arts of Come on. Thank you. Don't be like that. All right. I wanted to celebrate the art of fashion, of style.
Yes.
I knew Dustin was going to come today. Today he was being very modest. He came straight from showroom. But follow him on his Instagram because he serves looks. And I live for the Yankee
Came in fresh with the Yankee
Came in
hat.
fresh. I'm living. We're all doing something with a coat. And I love that. So we need a 3-pick picture.
Got it.
Secondly, you're very in tune with a lot of other models. And Did you ever think about maybe doing model management or something?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So In the last couple of years, my mother has really been in my ear, like, you know what? You need to start an agency for models like you. You know, you've done so much to kind of come in and break barriers. You know, I talk a lot to models that are, you know, trying to get into the industry, or they have questions. They want to figure out, you know, how do I work so much? Or models that didn't think they can get into the game because they didn't fit the standard. And I think that, you know, at some point when I'm not working as much, I really would like to sit down and kind of give back and maybe start managing.
You should, because that would be so important. Like, I think that would be, the game actually needs you. Guys, from 8 to 10, where's Kalia? I'm on the Who Styling Who show. Shout out to Detour Originals. I'm on my show.
Let's go.
Because, you know, they'll keep calling.
Yo, hey, I also want to listen. I want to give a shout out to Prince Riley, though.
Yes.
You know, again, this is how Kalia and I met a few years ago. And if you know me, you know, I started off doing music. I've been doing music for quite some time. And when we met, of course, you know, Prince had me all over New York City performing, you know, getting me into a lot of venues, through a lot of doors.
Are you a dancer as well?
Yes. So the very first thing I started doing as a child was dancing, Soul Train. You know, my mother would bribe me to take me to, I'm going to tell my age, showbiz, not Chuck E. Cheese, y'all. Showbiz.
There's no such thing as telling your age.
But yeah, I started off dancing, and, you know, then I started writing music when I moved to Atlanta for college. And you know,
Are you a college graduate?
Yes, ma'am. Of an HBCU, Clark Atlanta University, y'all. Come on, CAU, baby. CAU Panthers. Shout out.
Get me a hoodie?
For sure. Get some CAU merch out here.
Because honestly, I always wanted to go to Clark,
Yeah,
and
Clark
in my
was dope.
head, I was gonna go, but then I was the teen mom that didn't get a show, so that ended that. But now I actually know someone, and shout out to Starter because they gave me Clark University.
Oh, shout out to Starter with the Clark.
Yeah, they got the Clark University. How was that?
Oh man, all right. So one of my favorite movies growing up was School Days.
Okay.
Right, Spike Lee, School Days, and A Different World was one of my favorite shows. You know, growing up watching that as well. I'm telling my age again. But when I got to Clark, it was literally like I was on the movie set of School Days.
Really?
I mean, down to dorm initiations, down to the characters, to the people, all of it. I mean, it was amazing. I would not change this for the world. It was literally one of the best experiences I ever could have.
Do you ever go back just for like homecomings and stuff?
You know, I'm a bad alumni. I have not been to homecoming in quite some time.
But if you have to go as your +1.
Yeah, we should go together. That would be even more fun, right?
I'm gonna act like I went to school there.
You know what's funny? I have this thing about going back to like a high school reunion or like a college reunion. I always feel like I want to have hit my mark. I want to be famous before I go back. Like I want to be that one person that made it, and I want to come back. You know what I mean?
But you did good. You should
hits.
go to let them know that you're not quitting. Like we have to go back and serve.
Oh, yeah,
I already
for
have
sure.
my outfit.
All day. Quitting is not in the DNA.
Right. So being that you, like I said, been in the game for a while as dancer, acting. Have you done some acting as well?
So this is really cool. So I'm thinking, you know, after performing, after, you know, doing music, the only thing left to do is go into acting. Now, you know, I haven't gone to acting school and all that, but, you know, I feel like I have a natural ability to do so. I used to read some sides with a friend of mine, and, you know, we'd go back and forth. I'm supposed to just be reading very plain. I'm all into the script and getting into it, and I'm like, I actually kind of like this. So recently, I have been doing some background work, which has been great. Been on a couple TV shows, Sex and City remake, and Just Like That. Raising Canaan's been great. I was in Nas's music video for Rare.
That
I
saw, and that's when I had I know him a Monte.
Hey.
I was like,
Yeah.
You had a whole not dance sequence, but it was like
I got a lot of FaceTime. I was surprised.
Yeah,
it was good.
That's Brandon.
I kind of got bit by the bug. Yeah,
I would too if I'm in Nas. Nas, call me. I'm sorry. I was in.
Yo, I want to say shout out to Nas. Nas is the coolest, most humble
billionaire we ever seen.
Boss status. Walked in. He talked to all the guys on set. You know, guys had questions. He dropped some knowledge on us just about, you know, some financial knowledge. It was really a great experience.
$400 million he's getting. I
Call me.
Shout out to Nas.
Yeah.
facts.
So
I actually shot a movie last year that people don't know about.
can we talk about it or
We could talk. I mean, I can talk a little bit about it.
what's the name of the movie so we can look out for it?
I don't think I can even give the name of it
Okay,
right
so
now.
when was it coming out?
So it should be out sometime this year, hopefully. I do believe if it's out in time, it should be premiering at the Cannes Film Festival, which would be great.
I heard you're nominated. Your own music video is nominated for an award.
Yes. So thank you. My music video for For a Good Time. So much going on right now. But I just shot a music video last year for A Good Time. Shout out to IFG Records, my record label. And the music video was directed by my boy here, my brother from another mother, Mr. Noel, Anthony Martinez.
You're a director.
Yes,
I knew this man. This man walked in. I didn't know what he did, but I knew he looked good. And that's the most important part, looking good. And then if he could spell, we got something going on.
Listen, my brother matches my fly. That's why he was the perfect person to work on this project with.
Well,
he gets it.
Scoot on up. You can scoot. Well, welcome to the Who Stylin' Who Show. In the meantime, we're going to give you a microphone, and I'm going to tell the people, like, comment, share, follow Kalia Clark on Who Styling Who, all social media networks. The man came in styling. He's leaving me with that top. I need the top.
I get so many threats about this top.
The top,
Everything, bro.
the top is so important. The top really gives me everything that you need. You guys plugging to the right, go into the other room. You could go right there, unplug the bottom thing, and then you can be in it. Look at the Who Stylin' Who Show. We give not the top, the one that goes into the fan. While we let Noel get himself together, I'm going to introduce him. Director, Mr. Groovy Shagger Ragger.
Groovy is my thing, yeah. It's not groovy, I'm not buying it.
We want you to move. Yep. Move over. Let me move my boot.
I know, right?
These boots are made for walking.
Hey.
And that's what we will do. Cause Who Stylin' is gonna do some crazy things to you. Sorry. Happens. I get into character. Welcome.
Ciao.
So you're nominated for an award. You're a director?
Yeah.
What's your sign? What's everybody's sign? I forgot to ask everybody. What's in the room?
I'm so glad you asked because my brother actually taught me so much about signs. I know my rising, my sun, and my moon.
Here we
is.
go.
I know.
What's your rising?
But tell them what the main is.
My main is Virgo. Down.
He's
And
a
down.
Virgo. This interview is going to go very well. You got one Virgo.
I'm a Virgo too.
You got two
A Virgo
Virgos.
brother.
Dustin,
Virgo
what
brother.
are you?
On set.
Okay. You can get some.
So
you can get some love.
funny
All right.
story about Leo though. I thought I was a Leo my entire life because I'm on the cusp. I'm 26, so I'm like raw this, raw that, and then someone was like, "Shawty, you a virgin? Like you're not
whole
a Leo at all."
Virgo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
humbled my ass down.
And we
but I
also
love
have
it.
a Capricorn in the building. I got you tatted on my thigh. Shout out to the ghost.
Okay.
The ghost. And I, the queen, am a Taurus, crazy, misunderstood, and sexy.
Let's go. I love a
Nasty if you
Taurus.
let you. I'm fasting, man. Sorry. Nope. Christian. Follow me. Well, how did you guys connect?
So funny story. I met this brother right here
Wow,
at
that was a
Brooklyn
hard-
Fashion Week. Yeah,
Aggressive.
Shout out
It's
to
only
Brooklyn
aggressive.
Fashion Week.
Brooklyn Fashion Week. Shout out to Ricky Davey, man.
Ricky.
Oh yes.
So he brings me on for set design. So I also do set design.
Oh,
and
multi-talented.
we try. And I set designed the fashion show. And the only person I spoke to that entire day was Brandon online to get food. Because models eat too, y'all. And
Models eat, yo.
models eat.
That's so funny.
And it was about a year later that I opened up my thrift shop on 26th and 3rd. And I took the long route from the train, even though I was late as hell. And I bumped into this man right in front of my favorite thrift shop, Crossroads. We passed each other completely because he is a model in the way he's dressed. But the way I saw him was in a full suit, business down.
Oh yeah.
So we passed each other as if we didn't know
Other
each
life.
other and both stopped at the same time and turned back and looked and realized we recognized each other, and it's been a kindred spirit since then. I found out this man during the day, sorry, I'm gonna shout you out, is a business banker.
Yeah, so
Oh.
Yeah. He's out, y'all. He doesn't just do all this, business banker.
Yes.
That boy's talented.
Listen,
Music has a couple of dollars.
gotta be good with money.
I borrowed 6288 is my Uber home, I think. Totally joking. So you guys connect, and how does the video? Take me to the video.
So what happened is, so after, we reconnected that day, by Crossroads.
And it feels so good.
So listen, it's so cool. They have this really dope thrift store, thrift shop on 26th and 3rd called Pineapple KB NYC. Shout out, make sure y'all check it out.
They be having some good deals.
Okay. So we check out the store. It was just opening, and I'm letting him know what I have going on, and I just dropped new music. And For a Good Time was just released, and I needed to shoot a music video. And he was like, hey, I shoot music videos. I just finished a video. Check it out. Let's totally work together. And before you know it, we started making plans. One night, we are at Club Musica at one of the opening nights. I think we were at the opening night, like maybe the first night, actually.
Yeah, they opened.
We're at the bar. We're all fly. We're trying to get a drink, what have you, me and him. And this lady walks up to us. She's like, oh, my God, I love how you guys are dressed. What do you guys do? So we're like, hey, whatever. I'm a recording artist. I'm a model, whatever. And he's like, I'm actually directing his music video coming up. And she's like, oh, really? Do you guys have a place to do it? And we're like, well, yeah, like, well, kind of. And she was like, you should do it in my gallery. And we're like, where is it? She's like, it's on 23rd Street. So you're going to let us shoot my music video in the art gallery on 23rd Street? Hell yeah. What's up? Let's talk. Okay. Come to find out, the lady that walked up to us and spoke to us was Debbie Dickinson, one of the world's first supermodels, sister of Janice Dickinson. And
Definitely knew who she was.
yeah, the sweetest, most humble lady, really just immediately wanted to help out the gate. So she's also in the music video. Shout out to Debbie Dickinson making a cameo, Vogue model. I think she's one of the first Manolo Blahnik house models overseas as well back in the day. So great opportunity.
That's long money back then.
Long money. Oh yeah. But Noel came in, did his thing.
That was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Are you Latin or?
Claro que sí.
Sí, suavecito, rapidito.
Ya tú sabes.
Dominicano y puertorriqueño.
I said Tara. Dominicano. I lived in Dominican Republic for 6 months
Where
at
at?
the capital, Malecón.
Well, I remember when you was in
Yes,
DR.
I was.
Yeah,
The girls
yeah.
couldn't take me, and they stopped booking me, so I bought my ass back to the States where I make money.
Back to the coins, yeah.
And shout out to all the Dominican girls. I hate you all with those bodies, but you're living your best life. And the men, we gonna pray for y'all and some of your sinful acts that I saw out there. That's,
Yeah.
Cute boys if you're into those type of things.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
He's like, I'm right here. Like,
I'm sorry.
He's like, I'm actually in the room.
I'm sorry, but this guy, right here is well dressed, set designer, and a director, and a Virgo. I mean,
Listen, you know how Virgos are. You know how we work.
let
maybe.
me.
Come on.
Oh,
There's different
Tell
levels
us.
of Virgos, and and then I'm realizing this because I didn't know you guys were a Virgo.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a Virgo,
See?
and as a Taurus, I'm finding that I'm the problem. So I get along with a lot of Virgos, but I feel like Virgos might not get along with me. Now, shout out to all the
But
Virgos.
Taurus and Virgo is supposed to be a great match.
They are.
Relationship
My
wise,
moon is in
friendship
Taurus.
wise.
Your best friend is?
my moon.
See,
my
I'm
moon
your
is-
Earth.
Look
The
how-
star.
All Earth, baby.
All Earth over
Shout out to
here.
the Little Take series. Y'all be getting me captivated. He was like, you my Earth. I'm like, imagine a guy told you that. You're my Earth like that. No wonder they all got so many kids. Like, my Earth? That's next level. But sorry, not to get off the topic. So you're
So, yeah.
You're Dominican. Were you born here?
Yes, in the Bronx. Boogie down. Thanks.
I have a love-hate relationship for the Bronx.
You gotta love hate.
But you being from the Bronx is helping the
All right,
the
good,
borough.
good, good.
Good PR for
Where
the
in the
Bronx.
Bronx?
Pelham Parkway.
Oh, the other side. Now listen, Pelham Parkway. If you guys are, we can hear you guys over there. Sorry, joking. If the funny part about Pelham Parkway is that now it's like kind of ritzy a little bit over there.
A little, yeah. And everyone's like, oh, you live on the good side. I'm like, it
Yeah,
wasn't-
like Pelham Parkway. Believe it or not, they have a whole gated community there. Did anyone know that? Thank you. So you need to big up the Bronx. Shout out Mr. Ruben Diaz making the Bronx A place to live.
Yeah, we're gonna do that with art now.
So, are you into art?
Yeah, so I'm the oldest of 5. So I implore all of my brothers to create the world that they want to live in. So whatever that is, do it fully, do it well, no matter how many things, succeed in all of them.
That boy's good.
Yeah, so on top of directing, I paint, I act, I do stunt work. I dance as well. So I just tell them, pick one, do it well, or do all of them.
And he's also a fashion designer. We just debuted the Disco World collection. It's a collection between him and Cat Steele. Shout out to Cat Steele. Just premiered the fashion line at Fashion Week Brooklyn last season.
On from the brand?
No, not today. We actually just showcased. So I was discoed out, but I still wore this fit. Disco's a lifestyle.
It is. And why would you say disco's a lifestyle?
Wholeheartedly, when people ask me like if disco's a trend to me or why am I doing a disco inspired line, it's what I say by lifestyle. It's an essence of being. It's how you wake up in the morning, how you wear your fit, where you're going, who you're around, and how you explore them. So that being enthused, passionate, and positive is what I'm trying to promote.
That's dope, man. I was a fan when you walked in. I'm like, but now I'm your earth.
Hey.
Earth signs.
And I'm gonna be honest with you too. This isn't just like a thing. This guy, since I met him, he's been giving it up like this before the rest of the world was on this old disco kick.
I'm with it.
He's already on it. That's why my video is kind of also giving this 70s retro vibe with Debbie and
Did he style you for the video?
Yes, he styled me. Yeah.
Man of many hats.
Now listen, I don't play about people styling me, so I must really trust this guy.
I mean, the boy. Let me tell you something. We're talking about this. Like you give, it's hard to pull off 70s and still make it look metrosexual. So that right there, you got me. Because I'm looking at you like, wow, like that's a really dope top. That's a really dope jacket. Like you're taking me to right now. I bet you if Lenny Kravitz walked in, he would definitely be like, He have
to pause for a minute.
Matter of fact, everyone, if you're tuning into the Who Styling Who Show, let's rate Noel's fit. Is it giving everything that I wanted to give that it is? Let's get him stand up. Like, look at that.
Hey.
I'm really into it. Shag on, baby. Shag on.
It's my mojo, baby.
I feel that. So what are your favorite colors?
Honestly, I've been in like the warm tones, oranges. The new collection is going to have some blues, which is new for me. So that's exciting. The next one is going to be a Disco World, a Studio 54 collection.
You must come here and debut. I must see this. I need to see. And I do a Who's Branding You event. I think I'm going to be launching the new one for first Saturday in April. So guys, come out. S.STREET Media does a lot of art shows. They have a show called The Vandal Hour, very big on art, and 718 Collective, very big on art. So tap in with them for the art.
Thank you.
I'm an artist as well. I have a painting. It's called Fasting event, boy. It's just a man with no clothes on, and I don't see him. I just see gray sweats. I'll be selling that painting.
Oh my God.
We're auctioning it off. Right. So you have a lot of songs. So we're gonna just hear. Are we hearing the song for the video? Somebody has to pull up their phone. You pull up your phone because you're the plus. Because I need them on their live. Or you can pull your phone.
Yeah, I got you.
So we go to the Wi-Fi. We're pulling up the music. Bluetooth. I'm sorry. Roadcaster.
And yo, shout out to the Hudson Film Fest for
and he better win. We boycotting. I'm totally joking. We support. Hey. Just being nominated is an thing. And let's nominate the Gray Sweatpants record. Let's get it on the top 10. Do you guys want to hear it? I think I'm gonna play it. I keep trying to tell Mav play it. He's not into my record, guys. He's supposed to load up my record. When I say Gray Sweatpants, you say what? Gray Sweatpants. So he doesn't believe in the record, but it's all right. I'm trying to sell it to Dream Doll or somebody because I'm looking for with the Gray Sweats on. Listen to my new all promo. You know what? If who's gonna believe in you more than yourself? So I'm gonna promo my Gray Sweatpants record like there's no tomorrow. I really go hard in April because it's my birthday, and You know how I feel. Like April's more of a gray sweatpants season because it's like hot, but it's not cold, and it's still giving that. So shout out to all my men. And I say this with love in my heart. All of you, DM me, make me happy. Valentine's came and went. I got surprised with a Valentine gift. Ooh. After Valentine's, of course. You know, that's the good thing about you guys. You know how to keep it. I'm sure it was a discounted balloon, but it was the thought that counts. Be my Valentine for $2.99 after the fact. No, I'm just joking.
Not $2.99.
I'm joking. So my question is, guys, Valentine's should be every day, all day, right? But if you do get a gift after Valentine's, lady, are we supposed to still be as enthusiastic as it is on Valentine's Day, or do you feel like this is the leftover gift? I don't know. I was excited. I was away for Valentine's, so I'm going to say you got that off because I wasn't here to celebrate it anyways, right? So it's the thought that counts. Shout out to CEO Diego, Monday Under Pressure. Everybody in the BX, you got that song loaded up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we ready, baby.
Which one is this? The one you directed?
So this is For a Good Time, the best music video nominated.
And who produced this record?
Yo, shout out to Juanito Jones. Who is Juanito on Instagram? One of the dopest producers out here. My brother from the Bronx as well.
Oh, BX. Shout out to the guys from the Bronx.
Yo, Juanito, I know I see you on the live too, so shout out, bro. Let's go.
Okay, world premiere. Who's styling who?
Let's go.
Hey.
Oh, I like the beat already. Remember, if Kalia Clark dances, it's a hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just have fun. For a good time. For a long time, so get it through your mind and just enjoy the ride. You're dealing with a grown man. I got bills and I got skills. I ain't no young thing, but I can still give you thrill. I am a journey, so be prepared to take a trip. Don't need no money, cause I'm providing all the drip. I don't want to be the one to hurt you. I don't want to be the reason that you feeling jaded and turning love to hate. This ain't no game, man. Ain't got no time for playing. I'm here for a good time and not for a long time. So get it through your mind and just enjoy the ride. Try to tell you, baby, I'm a man on a different plane. So catch up, baby. You never know where I live. This ain't no story. So if you wanna get with me, you better wise up and just enjoy this fantasy. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to be the reason that you feeling jaded and turning love to hate. This ain't no game, man. Ain't got no time for playing. I'm here for a good time and not for a long time. So get it through your mind and just enjoy the ride. I don't want to be the one to hurt you. I don't want to be the reason that you feeling jaded and turning love to hate. This ain't no game, man. Ain't got no time for playing. I don't want to be the one to hurt you. I don't want to be the reason that you feeling jaded and turning love to hate. a grown man.
Bringing it back. World premiere on the Who Style and Who Show. And the name of that record again is?
Hey, for a good time.
For a good time. Comment, share for a good time.
We'll run that up.
Look up the video. Give them your social media where they can find you.
Yo, you can find me at Brandon Jerrod. That's Jerrod. You can also find me at BrandonJerrod.com. You can also find me at ifgrecords.com.
If you're looking for a good time, call me, baby.
Call me, baby.
Call Brandon because we're trying to have a good time. Follow, like, comment, share. Noel, what is your social media?
At Noel Anthony Martinez. Noel.
Cool. Well, guess what? The show is not over. I have 2 other people here. One was already on the show. But before I kind of bring everybody back, I feel like we should just have a round table. I'm feeling roundy. Talk to me. You are signed with your record label company. So are you independent with the label or you're...
Yeah, so I have my own label. It's an independent label, but my distribution is through Sony.
Nice.
The Orchard. So I have the freedom to move around like I want to move around. I finally took some of what I've learned out of all these years and just kind of jumped out there and applied it to myself. It's been great so far. Being my own boss.
'Cause I'm ready to have a good time. You ready to pop in? Okay.
I appreciate that.
That's cute. So inspired in the video is some of you want me to see if I could tell you what looks are yours from the clothing line?
Yeah, take a guess.
That one where you put on, like, you spin around when you're in the mirror and it's like that color, but it's
yes, with the fringe.
That was so delicious. That was a overlook. I was like,
thank you.
There's more though. There's another look from in there. I'm trying to think of the video inside of my head. There's another part. Give me that silver when you're doing, not the hat.
Oh yeah.
With the fur, the
not
shorts.
that. There's another. There's another
shot.
Yeah, there's another part. Oh God, there's a third part. But let's talk about the wig changes too in that. Like, I'm loving the colors of the hair. Was that your hair that you dyed? Or
No. I mean, we had one wig change. Shout out to Amisha Designs from All in Access Salon, Black owned salon in Lower East Side. Yo, my girl, my sis, she's no joke with my hair. Yeah, so she came in, she styled a wig for that specific look.
It was cute.
Yeah, and it really went with the artwork. That was, all the artwork.
I can see why the video got nominated, because it's artsy.
Yes.
And it's telling a story within a story. And
Absolutely.
I love that it's like,
I'm glad you got it.
Yeah, like it's like, because it's like, it's about you, but then it shows like the different flavors of the world and the arts. Like, you're just ready for a good time. You just want to have a good time. Janice Dickinson's sister, she wanted to have a good time. Just the girl in the silhouette when she's just sitting. It just gave a vibe. I loved it.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Shout out Noel for the video concept. And
the cinematography was really good.
Yo, shout out to Luiso.
Other look? What was the other piece that was yours?
So a funny thing about this music video is, as artists, we have to adapt, we have to adjust, we have to recreate, when things don't work out. We were only supposed to shoot in that one location that Janice had, that Debbie had so graciously lent us.
Yeah.
But the footage just wasn't enough for us, so we had to have a second day shoot. Mm-hmm. So we had to copy the look. So another look that you saw was a zebra fit on the mannequin for continuity, to make it make sense, because
it's like a dream. It was like a dreamscape, right?
It's pretty much like manifestation. Like, see what you want, put yourself in the world that you're meant to be in. So the second shots were like in my bedroom, and we just like copied all the looks. So you saw the zebra shot, you saw the silver, anything fringe is mine, obviously. And we just made it work. So shout out to the DP on that, Luiso, who really made that come together.
Thank you, Luiso.
Thank you. Another question. Being that you've been in the industry now you've been in the industry for a while.
Yes.
Was this your first video that you shot, or?
No. Okay. So actually, I went from acting to modeling to set design to art direction to directing. Because like, as a Virgo, I'm like, let me just do it.
You know how we do.
Let me just do it. So my brother Danion is an amazing producer and artist, and he allowed me to direct my first music video. And
Shout out Daniel.
Shout out Danion. Yeah, it's just with the same DP actually, Luiso. So that's how we built our team. And like what Brandon and I really work on is, employing other artists, but also building that team of people that we can create with and do things together. So that's how it started from there. So Danny was my first music video.
If you could work with anyone or style, because now you're a stylist, or dress anyone in your clothing brand, who would it be?
Oh, it's so hard right now.
I'm sorry.
Honestly,
It's like question I ask everyone.
Bad Bunny.
Yo,
Bad Bunny.
let's go.
Well, why
We'll
don't
take
you
it
hit
there.
up Kendall and see if you could get... No, I'm just joking. I heard, allegedly, I'm not one to gossip, I just saw it on all the social media outlets. They were in a restaurant together. So I know I don't know him personally, but shout out to my guy, Eddie Connects. He knows Bad Bunny's stylist. So maybe we can make that happen.
KC to
there
connect.
Actually, you know what? There actually is one person, and this person introduced me to this artist. What's the name of this artist? Orville Peck.
Overall pack.
I just found out of this artist. Phenomenal. Always has a mask on and Fringe. So Fringe, I'm already locked in. And just the music and intention of like the cinematography of like his work in. That's why I got behind the camera as well.
And I didn't even know who that was. So write that down so I can add
Orville
it to my
Pack,
thing.
Google, yeah,
And
Orville Pack.
make sure we get them views. What's your name? Thanks, Elise, for that. Shout out to Elise. She's in the corner. She'll probably make an appearance on the come over this way so they can see you. So people know who it is. Come on, it's my show. I say what I listen to what I say.
Enjoy it.
Look at her.
Let them see this fit.
Look at her.
Yes.
Here at the Who Styling Who Show, we show everybody.
Okay.
That's a fashion.
go.
And she
There you
styled
go.
him. How cute is that?
Okay.
They do. They are the new what is they called? Why can I think of the people? The mystery people. It was right. So we had Thelma. She
Mystery
was
Machine.
Daphne.
Scooby-Doo.
I can't be Thelma because I'll be Scooby because I'll be the guy that's always smoked out.
Oh,
Shaggy. You're Shaggy actually.
I'm down for Shaggy.
You're down for Shaggy? I'm down. You guys should do a photo shoot of that. That'd kind of be cute. Find some
We
two other
could make
people.
it happen.
Yeah.
You
we
could,
can
because
make
that's what
anything
you
happen.
gave me today.
We
You
like
gave me
shooting.
and Bruno Mars. Y'all need to get in. And Anderson Paak. Y'all need to call this guy. Get into.
You got all the people
You-
tonight.
Let's go.
Like-
No, that's
You got all
another.
the
You know what? Bruno is definitely up there with someone with style. He did it, but like we could definitely put him in
You
the
could
disco
do
role
him
too.
into
Yeah.
his. You could be his stand-in.
Well, I could do that too.
That's
I could also
a
do his
check.
stunt work apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
stunt
a.
work.
Were you ever a stunt guy? Bro?
Yeah.
I am a stunt. No, I'm just a stunt person in general, but I could definitely do that.
I can see that, man. Like I don't know.
Bring it back to
what-
like undercover brother, like some 70s.
And
stunt fights.
if they did, what's the guy from there was a black TV show, Undercover, New York Undercover. The Spanish guy, you could play him as a younger They did like who you were, because he was definitely probably in the 70s of his age, so that'd be cute. Yeah, and they should have casted you for the breakdown. You should have been in that.
Yeah. I was injured during that actually.
You should have. Like I was looking like, did I miss him in there? And he's just being modest. I was really trying to figure this out. So some of your films that you've been in, stunt doubling.
I did more TV. I
Okay.
did Gotham, Orange is the New
The
Black.
TV show?
Yeah.
My boy, good guys. Follow him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, doing stunt work for like TV shows like that, you don't want to get something called burned. So if they see your face, they can never hire you again.
Oh,
And I like seeing my face. So I'd rather do my own stunts.
cool. Learn something new. I did not know what he just said, but it sounded good. And I'm like, oh, so you don't want to get burned. Just the burn threw me off. I hear that word. I'm like, scared. But
TV set talk.
it's scary.
On
those
set
things.
talk.
So you guys have a good connection. Stay friends. Don't let this industry ever tear you guys
Yo,
apart.
facts.
You definitely
Facts,
complement
facts.
each other. I see both of you pulling each other up.
100%.
Yeah, that's
As
what
I
it's
feel,
about.
Go ahead.
We have
That's what it's about. I mean, if you got to have people around you that match your drive, that match your vision. That crab in the bucket mentality ain't gonna work for none of us. So you got to surround yourself with people that want to build. For sure.
That's dope.
And that celebrate you.
Yeah.
You celebrate them. That's what it's
Brandon and I
about.
actually have a funny inside joke. We're a part of like a huge like club kid group, so we all pull looks.
yeah.
But Brandon and I like inspire each other. And if we always say, if you see us fighting in a club, just let it happen. That just means we like each other's outfits.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes somebody looking so
original
dope.
club kid, Heather Rett. When I think of club kids,
Heather
Heather
Rat.
Rat.
Yeah.
Heather Rat, man.
Yeah, I remember Heather Rat. That was dope.
They were the club kids. They shout out to my cousin too, Kevin Crawford. They to see where life is now and to see where just the whole world of like club kids and just the 80s, the 90s, the houses, like child, everybody's at a house. I made my own house up.
Yeah, what was it?
It's just the way, because just the way that the world is, everybody. Shout out to the Milans, the House of Milans. I'm an honorary member because of Eric Santiago, East Styles, and all the Milans. Eric Archibald. Even if you guys didn't make me one, since I've been around all of you guys, if I have to claim a house, that would be the house.
But listen, the Milans, I'll say this because I'm going to tell a secret. I used to be in the House of Chanel back in the day. I used to be a face kid way back in the day.
Yeah.
But the House of Milan was always known to have stylists that were working in the industry and always being that house. So, yeah, it makes sense.
And that was Eric Archibald, Atiba, Andrew Caesar, Roger McKenzie. So shout out to the Milans and, of course, E Styles. What's up? It's only entertainment on the check-in. And what up, Notorious Photos? Everyone that's tuned into the Who Style and Who Show, like, comment, share. Let me know what you got going on. If you would like to be a guest on the Who Style and Who Show and co-host with me and my boo, follow, like, comment, share. Artists, you know I love you guys. Send that music. Who Style and Who mixtape drop in.
Hey.
Booty everywhere. And yeah, that Gray Sweatpants record, we putting it out there because if no one promotes me, who else is gonna do it? Summer's coming. The weather holds up. It is President's Day, and I would like to give a shout out to Lincoln for freeing the slaves. Thank you, Lincoln. Because if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be in the house reading to somebody. Because, no shade, I definitely would have been in the house. As a friend, you know what I mean? Styling, they taking all the credit for my looks, acting like Miss Betty Sue was fashionable, knowing it was Kalia Clark. But I ain't going to say nothing, We going to get over that trauma. Shout out to Afrobeat. You guys are ruling the game. Thames, Burna Boy, everybody that performed for the All-Star, that was a mamante. And just when I thought Burna Boy wasn't gonna do my song, he came back out. Now that boy was fashionable yesterday. I don't know what he had on, but it was a lot of leather and it looked good. It really did. Then you came today with silver metallic on rhinestones with a jean jacket.
Y'all gotta see me coming. Hey.
Right. Can I see the bag?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
That's what I call him last
Rhinestone
time.
Cowboy.
I love this.
Thank you. Shout out to my best friend CJ. Got this for my birthday last year.
Oh, okay. Showing
All right,
love.
bestie, showing love. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
dope. So before we go, is there any advice that you want to give people? Because, you give me the Eva story. Like, Eva Pickford, she dominated doors.
That is so funny you say that.
And as a male, you're dominating because the standard height for a male in runway is definitely like 6-something.
Like 5'11", 6 feet is kind of what they go to.
And you kill. At what height are you?
I appreciate that. 5'9".
Look at that. So
And it's funny. I went to Clark Atlanta University. Eva and I were classmates. We did fashion shows together at Clark. Yeah, I was with her when she actually won Top Model.
That's so crazy.
So yeah, taking it back in the day is full circle, kind of getting a chance to do my thing.
I live for that. You know what I love? I love that I don't know some things and then I just say it and there's always a story behind
There's a connection.
It's very prophetic. Thank you. Follow me on my Sunday sermons. I'm joking. When you have good energy in the room, you tend to just be yourself and be funny. And I I don't like when mathematics does those funny jokes behind me. How much money you got? Give me my $3. This man will always say that I owe him money, and most likely I do.
$3.
But other people owe me money, so I can't pay you till the other people who owe me money pay me. How about that?
That part.
Put that louder again. I can't pay you guys till the guys that owe me money pay me. Yay! Now, I was trying not to be the Wendy, but your guys are pushing me there. These invoices must clear because, I do have a platform, and I would hate to be that girl that has to say today, like, how Mr. Rogers used to come on and put on his sweater. I'm gonna start coming on here and be like, today these are the following people that owe me money. I bet y'all start paying when I start outing you guys. And then I'm like, let's have a burning section. All those that owe me money, we're gonna start burning your t-shirts live on the Who Stylin' Who show. Right? So we're gonna give you a little PSA. If you don't know, that's a public service announcement. You guys have 30 days to clear these invoices, because if not, the next show I have a segment called Invoices Due, and if you don't want to make the Invoices Due segment, because if you do, we're gonna at you on the live, real talk, and be like, he fixing the Kalia money. Got to, because y'all wouldn't do it to Sue Lynn, because she wouldn't let you. She'll be like, this is what you got to pay before you even sit down. Stop doing me like that. Follow me on Instagram, guys. I love you.
Hey.
That was just a moment in time. Brothers, you have more brothers or sisters of 5?
I got all brothers.
All of 5 of y'all?
Yep.
What's the youngest?
I got 2 8-year-olds, but they're a year apart.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, my super
Dominican mothers, all Spanish women, they never want to get old. I know she probably still serves like this.
Every Saturday.
I live. Spanish people, there is one race. Y'all will, she could be 62, and I'm not talking about your mother, I'm just talking about Spanish women in general. They serve, honey. They will have their, I want to know where you guys get your jeans, though, because them jeans, they just fit like a way that the Colombians don't share. So shout out to all the Dominicans, because I know I'll be seeing you. I don't know if it's Bombini or where, because you know how they have that certain parts in the store you just keep passing, but then you see certain people like, where did they get these jeans from? And I'm starting to think it's them sections that I walk past. And then the Dominican women, they just make it look all beautiful and stuff. What nationality are you? I know you're mixed. Are you just all black, or you got some Panamanian or something in you?
No, I'm actually all black. Both of my parents are
Got
black.
some good skin.
Yeah.
That boy's. What is your skin regimen?
It's a secret.
Honestly, it's just ivory soap and water.
He's
That's
lying.
it.
He's a liar.
He
He
uses a little
sacrifices.
bit of that Vaseline, because that's what we're taught, with a good
damn liar.
little water base,
I
probably.
just said
so it's
less
not
is
so
more.
sticky.
Less is more. Just ivory soap and water. That's it.
Good.
Yeah.
Who's styling who? It's been a great night. I want to thank Dustin. What's that? 7? Oh, I did good.
Hey.
7 minutes. What would I like to say?
Oh, yeah. Can I give a shout out real quick?
You have 7 minutes.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the designer Mario Miguelito of Void Asylum. Just want to say congrats. We have a show coming up on March 17th at the Samsung building. So Mario recently just won a collaborative with Dapper Dan and Puma. And so, yeah, he was the winner. And so we have a show where he's collaborating with the legend, Dapper Dan himself. He's been working with him over some time. Dapper Dan is his mentor. But yeah, so he's doing his first solo runway show on March 17th at the Samsung building. So you guys put that on your calendars. I'm working with him on the show. I'm also modeling. So, you can go to my page, go to Void Asylum page. Make sure y'all pull up. It's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be a multimedia experience as well. He's not just a designer. He's an artist, graphic artist, does everything himself. Hand painted prints. It's gonna be really great. So shout out to Mario. Mario's another designer that said yes to me, sent me down the runway. So I never forget who says yes.
Mario,
so
say yes to me in that Puma collaboration. Sizing small on the top. Okay, just saying.
Right.
Follow, like, comment, share. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here. Now it's time to say goodbye. I want to thank everybody that's tuned into the Who Style and Who Show. What up, the evening experience? Nez, Notorious Photos, anyone that follows me. This is my live moment when I give it. Ooh, there's too many of y'all on the live, but thank you guys for all tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you tuned into the Who Style and Who Show. Thank you, Jill Scott. We dedicate tonight's show to you and the microphone. Yeah, it's the last, we're going into, you only get 28 days, 29. Is it 29 this month? No, 28 February. 28. Black History Month. It's been a good ride. Shout out to all the innovators, the inventors, everyone that's black, be black. Shout out to shout out to all the minorities. See, whenever you start talking about black people, our ancestors, lift every voice and sing. They're here, baby. You felt that? I felt that.
Ancestors are
always here. Just to let you know, don't play with us. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Ooh, if Harriet Tubman, I just want to rub that. Did you know that when Harriet Tubman came back to get her husband, he was already married? I ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna bring that up another time.
It's not my business.
But you know that she was freeing slaves. He go marry the next chick. You know why I find this interesting? Because you know my thing with men. So she was freeing the slaves. So I'll be right back. Hold me down. Came back. If they did it to Harriet Tubman, and I'm complaining, so she freed the slaves. She came back. Like, Follow, like, comment, share.
Damn.
I just wanted to give you guys that history lesson. Did you guys know that Betty Boop originally was black too?
Yes.
Did you know that Playboy, the real designer behind Playboy, the first lady, the seamstress, was black?
No.
Yeah, just thought you guys should know that. Those are fun facts. Who? Izard? Oh, Lacoste. Yeah, felt that too. What did I say about that one? About him, yeah. Oh, the Lacoste. That the person behind that, we were definitely black, and then they did something to it. But I gotta remember that one. The original designer behind Lacoste. See, I knew that alligator was us, but y'all, because we eat it. So why wouldn't we put it on the clothes? We are very creative. Can we go back to that Renaissance time? Because just so we know, because it's Black History Month, we were fly dressers. Let's go back to that. Like, tonight's a perfect example of the shag, the rags, the flyness. Do me, baby. Yes. You guys look amazing. Dustin, if you want to do your final walk before, if you want to say,
come on, Dustin, come
in, let's all say goodbye.
We in the building with the legend.
The legend. We have head designers, head stylists, artists, creative directors, you name it. We have it here on the Who Style and Who Show. You guys could have been anywhere. And tonight, I linked 3 people. I bet you see them.
Oh, definitely. We definitely linking.
This is a new trio. And we have the beautiful and talented, I call her Daphne, but that's not her name. Elise, yeah. I mean, Elise, a.k.a. Daphne. The new Scooby Mysterious group, because they are cool. Shout out to all 5 of your brothers. You want to give them shout outs?
Oh, yeah. In order from lowest to highest.
That's just cute.
JoJo, Kai, Jonathan, Christian.
The new Jackson family. Hey. Okay. Mama, come get them coins. Okay. Which one are you? Oh, you're Jermaine.
I'm the oldest.
Yeah, you're Jermaine. He goes through with the word. Oh, you're Tito.
You know what? You got to put him in check sometimes.
You should. You got to really. That's a reality
it's
show.
Love. It's
and
love.
Get a check. 1 of 5. Shout out to my girl Saigon. She's 1 of 21. Shout out to family. This show we dedicate to. If you have family, shout them out. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them, especially if they support you. Now, if they're the family members that always asking for stuff, we're going to pray for them because we all got those too. Follow, like, comment, share. Everybody give your social media and we're ending it up.
Noel Anthony Martinez.
I'm at Brandon Jerrod, Jerrod, everywhere.
Kalia Clark, Jill Scott. No, I'm just joking. Kalia Clark. Follow me on social media. Who's styling who as well? Come on, Dustin.
Y'all can follow me at that Dustin Boy on Instagram, and also shout out in Black Magazine.
Yes, you see, people start remember when they be in this show, they're like, oh, he gonna kill me when he see this go up. So shout out to everybody. Who's styling who? Another edition. See you next week.
Ciao, ciao.
I love you, Noel.